Hello everyone. Today let's go over another medium question. This is not a premium question and I think it's actually on the easier side. I solved this one yesterday, so let's go over it. It's called count vowel strings and ranges. So you're given a 0-indexed array of strings and another 2D array, and it seems like you want to find the number of strings at each point where the first character and the last character of that particular string are vowels. And then you want to return, it looks like, an array of the same length as queries, basically saying that how many substrings in this range, 0 to 2, for example, have follow this rule. So A is the first character of this string, A is the last character of this string, this one follows the rule. B does not, so this does not. E does, so this 0 to 2, you would return the result as 2. So there's obviously a brute force way to do this, but I think there's a smarter way to do this, and my way to do it is by using a hash map and using prefix sum, so we don't have to recompute each value. So we're just taking the total sum at each index. And let me show you how it's done. So first let's go over queries, and then let's simply well, let's go over words first, actually. So this is an edge case. So if word 0 is in vowels and word -1 is in vowels, or you can just say A, E, I, O, U, but it's easier. I, O, U. So first, if length of W is equal to 1, if W0 is in vowels, then current plus equal to 1, right? If this is the case, the only other case, because even 1 not satisfying the rule means it doesn't count. So if they're both in vowels, then cur plus equal to 1. And then let's create a dictionary. Default integer in Python gives you a convenient way to not have to check if the key is already in the dictionary. And let's keep track, as I said, of the current subarray position. And let's say, okay, at index 1, we have 1 because this guy doesn't count. So it's including the current index. So D of current index equals to current. Let's print this out to see. Current needs to be defined. Okay, so at index 0, we have 1. At index 1, we have still 1 valid one. At index 2, we have 2 valid ones. Okay, cool. So now we can go through our queries, and now instead of having to loop through the entire subarray because the inputs are kind of big, you can use a pretty clever trick. I'm going to show you. So because you know that at index 2, for example, we have 2, and at index 0, we have 1. If you want to get the answer between these, then it's simply, for example, if you want to get the answer between these, it's D of this index minus D of one index before, because that was up to the previous point, and this is whatever you got total. So this minus this part gives you this part. And yeah, that's the general idea, but there's some edge cases because now you have to figure out, what if we're on the first index? If we're on the first index and that doesn't even apply, or if the first index of the current sublist is 0, then we can simply just use the number itself, because we know we're going to get the whole thing up to that point, right, as the subarray. There is no subarray before that. So cool. So let's call this start and end. And then, cool, so we got our start and we got our end. And now we can just say if start is less than or equal to 0, then we can just write, so let's call this We need some kind of a variable. Let's just call this current again. I don't want to, this bad naming here. Current equals to d end, right? d2, for example. Else, then current equals to d end minus d start minus 1, right? To calculate that particular subarray. Let's print current to C. 240. It's not correct. Start minus 1. Why are we getting 4? Let's see. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. This is not supposed to be 5. Okay. So is it? Did I make a mistake here somewhere? So D, right, 0 is 1, 1 is 1, 2 is 2, 3 is 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is 5? No, 4 is 4. Elif? Okay, yeah, because this one catches doesn't mean that this is also going to be true, because if this one's, or we can just continue. Because this is only, it's a special case. Can even do that. No, it's not. What? No, I think I think that was a special case, because yeah, if it's equal to 1 or if it's less than or equal to 1, this is just a special case. Let's take care of this. Let's validate this, 3, 2, 1. Dot append current, and then return result. And that should work. As you can see, it works. And yeah, this is the power of prefix sums. So I hope this is helpful. Again, regarding this, I think that the idea is that just because it's of length 1 and it's in vowels current plus equal to 1, the problem is that if we continue this, then this guy's not going to be executed, but we still have to insert that into the dictionary, which is why elif is the only option here. So yeah, hopefully this is helpful, and thank you for watching.